Hello and welcome back to my channel where today I'm continuing with my rewatch of the Cornetto trilogy with Hot Fuzz. So this is my personal favorite of the trilogy and the first one that I had ever seen. Yes, this was the first of the Edgar Wright films that I was introduced to. My first time, technically second time being introduced to Simon Pegg because he does appear in season one of Doctor Who, in the long game, and my first introduction as well to Nick Frost, and yeah, it's my like I said, it's my personal favorite movie. I tend to like if I see the second of a movie before the first, I'll tend to love that more. Case in point with Toy Story. I seen Toy Story 2 before seeing Toy Story 1. That just happened to be back in the day where it wasn't on TV as much, and the only way to get it was VHS back then, in the ye old days of the early 2000s. Um, but anyway, yeah, so Hot Fuzz is basically a comedy drama that is centered around Nicholas Angel being transferred to a village simply because he's too good at his job and he's making all the other people in London look bad. And whilst he's there, he's starting a lot of murders happen, or accidents as they want to paint it, and he slowly starts to uncover the cause of this, and it's all this big group that's doing it for the greater good.
Oh, come, Sergeant.
You should be ashamed. Calling yourself a community that cares.
Oh, but we do care, Nicholas.
It's all about the greater good.
The greater good.
How can this be for the greater good?
The greater good.
How can this be for the greater good?
The greater good.
Shut it!
And in the end, it ends in a big, massive shootout, and that's that. That's just a quick summary of the plot. So why is it my favorite? Well, because it's the one that as I said, I was introduced to this early on in my pre-teens slash early teens, and it's one that was in heavy rotation when I got a DVD copy of it and watched it heavily. There would be a time where I would just watch it for an entire weekend essentially, and laughing my head off at all the jokes and all that. And yeah, it's a really good movie. It's in my personal opinion the best, especially best edited. That's for sure. Like a lot of the shots, a lot of the editing tricks to lead into from one shot into another is absolutely stupendous. My favorite of that being when the rich guy gets clubbed as he's slumping down, it immediately cuts to Simon Pegg's character sitting on his chair. So I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, it's an editing marvel of quick shots, how they use these new, not new, but like these editing styles to move from one scene to another. And the mystery's pretty good, because you think it is going to be, the Skinnerd who owns the grocery store, but as it starts to unfold, you learn that it's everyone. Um, the only other bit of interesting information that I have in terms of behind the scenes stuff is when you see Nick Frost's character looking at DVDs or any of the DVD covers, they literally had to go to each individual person who's on that cover and the companies that released it to get permission for them to be in this movie. And that's why some of them are made up, but when Nicholas Angel is chasing the guy in the purple jumpsuit type of thing, when Danny throws down Super Cop, for a split second you'll actually see a DVD copy of Shaun of the Dead. So that means in the Hot Fuzz universe, Shaun of the Dead is a movie. But yeah, like I said, it's my personal favorite of the Cornetto trilogy. You know, I always would rank it Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and The World's End. And who knows, maybe when I get around to reviewing The World's End and just a couple of videos here, on the 26th, I'm looking over at my schedule for this month. Yeah, so on the 26th is when I'll go for The World's End. But yeah, I genuinely love this movie, and it is in my absolute favorites. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the 23rd for the last Tales from my backlog this month, which is going to be on Groundhog Day. So I'll see you all then.